Goodbye, buddy. I'll miss you. Hey everybody, welcome back. Last part, we tried to get into that cave, and unfortunately we lost Hawkeye. Now, I said I was going to go off and do a little bit more research and try to figure it out, and I did do a little bit more research and try to figure out where to go in that cave, because I'm pretty sure you had to go underwater, and I confirmed that is correct. That is the primary way to get in if you're going in on foot, is to go underwater. And they say when you get down to that place where we had Jewel and where we lost Hawkeye, if you go to the left and go underwater, you can basically get to the place where you need to go to get to the artifact. There will be Sarcos and things in there, and Piranha, obviously, as we saw. So, but I also saw something tantalizing on the wiki, and it said that you could actually fly a Pteranodon in all the way to get the artifact. And I thought that would be kind of cool to do. So I did a little bit of searching on YouTube. I only spent about 5 minutes trying to find anybody who had a video on how to do it. And I couldn't find anybody who had a video on how to fly a Pteranodon in there. So I decided I would do it myself. Now, to be completely honest, what I did was I tamed a new Pteranodon because I didn't really want to lose mine. And I tamed this guy, Needlenose. And I leveled him up a little bit before I went in. And I actually went in off camera because I wanted to figure out how to do it and if it could be done. And I didn't want to bore you guys because I was going to be spending a lot of time going back and forth. I figured I'd die 20, 30 times. Didn't actually die 20 or 30 times. I almost died once. Almost got Needlenose killed once in one particular place. But managed to actually find it. So I thought what I would do this time is actually take you guys back over to the cave with Needlenose and show you how to get that particular artifact using a Pteranodon. And it's actually kind of cool. So here we go. Okay, guys, we're here at the cave where we left off last episode. I've gammed up, and I'm about to head in with the Pteranodon here. Oh, cave loading time here. There we go. And I don't think there's any spawns. Oh, there's a bat. Normally, I don't think there were bats here when I came in last time. But we'll take them out. Not a problem. We'll just do some spin moves with the Pteranodon. Hello. Where did they go? How did I lose sight of them already? Huh. Weird. Okay. Anyway, first time I came through here, I did have to look around a lot because I wasn't quite sure where to go. And this time I'll probably be doing the same thing. Once I get down to the water, it's really easy to find this place, but okay, that's the entrance. There we go. Now I'm kind of almost on track, I guess. Go up here. Remember to land every once in a while, get your stamina back. You don't want to lose your stamina when you're over the water or something. Now let's see if we can find out how to get down to the water. That's the part that was tricking me out the last time. Okay, here we go. This is the right direction. Go down here. There's going to be some bats and things. In fact, I think there's some behind me, but I'm going to kind of avoid them. I don't want to deal with them. There's going to be some bad guys here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gotta watch out. There's some bats above me. Yeah, there sure are. All right, we're gonna have to deal with these guys, so let's do that. Watching my stamina. I don't know why I've got. There we go. I must have hit the UI button. Turn off my UI for some reason. Okay. Get a little back stamina. Kill some of those guys, if not all of them. Nope, some of them. Kill some more. Kill some more. I think I got another one back there. Yep, sure do. There we go. Woo! So you might have to do that a few times as you go through. Alright, stamina bigger built. Let's go down again. Can't remember exactly where to go. I think I wanted to do it without having to kill all of these guys again. It looks like I'm going to have to kill them all so I can focus on where I'm going. So I think the entrance that I want is up here somewhere. Is this it? This is it. Alright, here we go. Don't have to kill all those guys. Come down this direction. And then go down here. Here we go. Here we go. There's a snake coming for me. Alright, here is the water. No, we're not quite to the water yet, but we're going to actually kind of zip through here. See if we can get to the water. Here's the water. And when you come here, see this purple up here on the left? Here you go. Oh, snakes. There weren't snakes here before. No! Oh boy. There are so many bad guys here now. I was very methodical last time, going through and killing them all. As I got closer and closer, I'd kill some spawns here, spawns there. So let's fly up a bit. Some health back. Things are trying to come after us. Torpor's dropping, so we're in good shape. I see that bat up there on the right. Could ignore him. I'm going to go back up there in the purple. I'm going to zip up, and I'm going to fight those snakes. This time, now that I know they're there. Okay, turn around. It's a confused, jumbled mess, but they're here somewhere. Pretty sure. Or did they fall off? I think I got the snakes to fall off. What do you know? Alright, folks. So that's how you get there in a Pteranodon. Of course, looks like snakes and bats are... Oh, right behind us. Snake. Ah. There it is. Oh, it's crazy in here, guys. Oh, man. The insanity. Alright, no more bad guys. No more bad guys immediately on me here. So how's our health doing? Pretty bad. Go ahead and force feed some meat. Torpor's dropping. Let's jump off here real quick. Grab the item. The artifact. And now comes the hard part. Getting back out. Here we go. Now, if I can do this well the first time, I should be fine. Then it's back up this way. There's bad guys up here, scorpions and all kinds of things. And here's the little thin narrow bridge. And back up here and back up here. And we're almost out. Now I just have to remember, I think it's this way. Yes, it is. And here is the exit. That's how you do it in a Pteranodon. Assuming you can navigate your way there and zip through all the bad guys, you're in pretty good shape. So anyway, I'm going to... I've already gotten a couple of those artifacts. I don't need to go back, but when I went through the first time, I basically put one on the Pteranodon. I waited for it to respawn and grabbed a second one. So what I'm going to do now is fly back to base, and I'll meet you guys there. Okay, and we're back home. And I have the artifact I just picked up. It'll be the third one that I have of this particular type. You notice we have the artifact of the Clever, the artifact of the Skylord, the artifact of the devourer, the artifact of the hunter, and now we picked up the artifact of the pack. I'm going to put my third one in here. Now we just need a sixth one. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but we'll get to it when we go to that cave, and we'll do that probably in a couple of episodes. And we have all of the other things that we need to sacrifice to the Broodmother to call her. So we're going to be doing that fairly soon. We're going to recruit that Dillo army and do that. Other thing I wanted to do this episode that I've been meaning to do for quite a while is demonstrate another aspect of electricity, use of electricity here in ARK. And you see I put up a couple of lights a long time ago, and I never really told you about that, but there are a few lights around here. But I also wanted to build what's known as a pin pad to control windows and doors. You can actually automatically open windows and doors. You know how all of my windows here are not covered with anything. I guess it's not a pin pad. What is it? They call it a pad. There it is. Remote keypad. I need to learn electronics first. Okay. Electronics. And I'll go ahead and do the pad now. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and make that using a little bit of the precious gasoline. Okay, and we should be able to find, I think, structures electric, remote keypad. Do I have any electronics already in here? I guess I haven't made any. So let's go back and look at that again. Remote keypad's going to need 25 electronics. I currently have 0, but I have the metal and the cementing paste, so let's go ahead and make the 25 electronics. Turn this guy on. Go to our composites, our electronics. I don't want to make all 57. I think I hit about 25 there. It looks like it's going to be about 23, so let's craft another one. And that'll come out around 25, I think. And then we'll make this keypad. And before I do that, I need to put windows in these little window frames. I've just got these open window frames, so I think I learned how to make windows already. There it is, reinforced window. It's stone, wood, and thatch, like most of the wood or stone-based structures are. So we'll go ahead and get some thatch going here, and some wood, and some stone. And we'll go back to that window. I don't think I need 37. I think I need at least 6, right? Let's see here. Got 3 on this side, 3 on that side, and then 1, 2. Just 2 here? Maybe. Let's build a couple more then. Here they are. And let's get rid of this stone. And I'll just drop off the wood real fast. We'll leave the thatch in my inventory because it's not very heavy. Go ahead and pop that down to 6. Go ahead and place some of these things. I'll paint them later, but I do want to demonstrate how the pin pad works, and that works by going up to one of these things and holding down your use key on it. And you'll see that you can set a pin code. And if we set for all of our windows 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually typed it on the keyboard instead of punching it graphically there for you. But if we set 1, 2, 3, 4 as our pin for all of our windows, and we have to do that individually to each window, which I will do here shortly after I place them all. And I don't think I'm going to have enough windows. No, I'm already out of windows. Let's go ahead and construct this pin guy. 24 electronics? I guess I needed 25, didn't I? I was a little off by 1. Okay. Okay, he's ready to be crafted. And all you need to do... There we go. All you need to do to craft, or to use one of these guys, is to place it near a junction box. No ground or snap point. So if I put it right here, for instance, it's going to go right to that junction box, and I should be able to use it. And if you hold down your options, you can select activate or open or deactivate or close. So if I wanted to open that window that I put over there, it's the only one I gave a pin code to. If I typed in 1234, it should be open now. It's the one I put at ground level over here. Yep, it opened it right up for me. And then if I do it again and do 1234, it should have closed it for me. Yep, perfectly. Go ahead and turn that off. It's very loud right now. I want to make some more windows. I'm going to assign them all pin codes and then demonstrate them all opening and closing at once for you guys. So I'll be back in just a second. And hey, before we finish up here, let's do a little bit of training up on Birdie the Quetzal. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I did a little bit, but ooh, he's already leveled up. Is it a he or she? I can never remember. Already leveled up a little, and stamina's decent. I think weight. I wanted to get weight over 1,000. Oh, a couple of levels. Nice. All right, Birdie. Let's see if we can level you up some more. It always freaks me out how quetzals are the birds that you jump on and you don't immediately start flying. So let's see if Birdie can take out some Argents. Let's see what we can do. Get over here, Argent. Apparently, I've been told they have a large area of effect too, so a large knockback. Yeah, look at that. I mean, I was biting him when he was 2 bird lengths away from me. That's awesome. Wow, I'm biting these guys when they're not even near me. Oh, that's amazing. That is nice. By the way, in case I never showed you, you can actually stand in midair on the quetzal and let it regain its stamina. There's no need to land. It's regaining its stamina now just by standing on it. So that's pretty cool. We got levels to apply. What are we going to do? I like the damage. And let's go kill all these raptors. Okay, and we're back, and I've put windows up in every window frame, and I just want to demonstrate real fast opening. If I type in the pin, all of the windows have popped open, as you can see, around the house, in the back over there, above the industrial grill. And then if I go to deactivate close, type in the same pin, they all close. Now the cool thing about this is it even works at a distance. So theoretically, I don't know if this gate is too far away or not, but I should be able to put a pin code on this gate. And let's make this one like 3333. And let's see if that's within range of this pin pad. I should put a little more points back in my speed. I'm running so slow. Let's do an open of 3333. And there it is. You can see it out there past Needle Nose. The door is opening, and the door is closing. And the good use of this, a really cool use of this, is to make sure that all your stuff is closed without having to run around and close all your doors or all your dino gates. If you set pin codes on them and use your pin pad, just make sure you close everything before you log off or you're done for the day. Your base will be pretty safe. Now, they had one other thing in this I was very happy to see in the patch notes. I mean, it's a little late for me, but I was very happy to see in the patch notes, which is that they fixed a bug, and they have allowed now for mammal pregnancies and their maturation of mammals to save. Remember that Fuzzy We lost Fuzzy's baby because I quit out of the single player, and then when I came back in after the game save, Fuzzy was no longer pregnant. Well, they've said that they fixed that, so we can now get those saves. So that's good. So we're going to try again pretty soon. In fact, I wanted to show you before I go. As I went out and I got Felix, who was a 60 or a 63 Sabertooth. Very soon after, I was looking for a female, because I still want to get a female Sabertooth, because I want to mate them. I want to get the highest levels. I found a 65. Sylvester here was a 65 tame. Perfect tame with kibble. Everything perfect about Sylvester, which I'm very happy about. So I'm going to have Sylvester mate with I'm hoping to find a 65 female and do that mating at some point in the future as well for you guys. So I think that'll be fun. I also do want to get some RGs. Everybody does RGs, but it is a really cool way to get them. And another thing I can do, I realized, I keep opening the door and closing it, but Raven here is a female. I do believe that the Gigantopithecus I have at the Red Tower base is a male. And I mentioned earlier that it would be nice to have a ground force of Gigantos, but it's really hard to tame them, so I don't have the patience for that. And I don't have Titanoboa egg kibble. But I can breed them. And so I'm thinking that might be an alternate solution for the future, although they're not really high level. I was going to say when I go to 100% difficulty on the server, that might be something I do for my second attack ground force. But, I think I'll try Dillos this time. I do think I'm going to mate some Gigantos at some point. I don't know how many of them I'm going to mate, but I'll try to build a number of them so I have a nice little quick action force. But anyway, we got the next to last artifact. We played around with pin pads and pin codes and stuff like that. And I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.